welcome back to another exciting event with Hi TV. We are here at the elegant ITC Ratnadeepa for the President's Cocktail, bringing together the members of CPA Australia. Stay tuned with Hi TV for more insights and excitement.
We are very proud to be in Sri Lanka. You've already heard we are one of the world's largest professional accounting organisations, spanning some 100 countries with over 173,000 members. More than that, what's really good is the CPA designation is a global passport. And in today's modern, dynamic and evolving business world, this is becoming increasingly important. Today, we don't just represent accountants, but it extends to finance professionals and also those who are giving business advice.
First of all, let me thank President CPA and CPA for the decision that you have taken to come to Sri Lanka. I have told Honourable Minister that's the trust that you have paid on Sri Lanka's education. So we have 17 public universities, huge ones, all over the country, another 25 high quality, good level, non-state universities. As a country, we don't say a private university, we say non-state. And during the COVID time, full 3 years, 2020, 2021 and 2022, during this crisis time, we have expanded our student population by 50%. Normally, we don't do this in a crisis, and because of funding, recruitments, restrictions, we don't normally do. But Sri Lanka, because of the policies of the government to give opportunities for the youth, so we have increased the university entrance by 50%.
About what you can do in Sri Lanka and the benefits of being CPA members. So as I look across the room, I think we have a great diverse crowd here. You have corporate leaders, you have accountants, professionals, you have university members, you've got heads of agencies, heads of organisations, heads of companies, and you've got a real breadth of experience in this room. And I think that reflects CPA Australia's pulling power. What does CPA Australia do for these individuals? CPA Australia is a recognised world leader in the higher education and professional development space, as demonstrated by the over 170,000 CPA Australia members globally. And I understand that this is expanding. You've got more than 400 members across the finance and accounting industry, and this is only growing. This is testament to the recognition of CPA Australia's brand in Sri Lanka particularly, and its commitment to developing the accounting profession here.
The accountants, they are playing the major role in the country related to accounting. So, I don't take much time. Professor Sampath Amartunga explained the higher education sector, the general education sector and in I had several discussions with Charge Affairs, Ms. Kapoor, and the High Commission of Australia, and some representatives to introduce TAFE to our system, that is in the vocational training and skills development sector. And I know Australia is an education hub. So we want to make Sri Lanka also an education hub because we maintain the highest literacy rate in South Asian countries.
We are here with the president of CPA Australia, Professor Dale Pinto. Professor Dale Pinto, could you tell us a little bit about CPA Australia?
Sure, I'm delighted to tell you CPA Australia has got a proud history. We've got over 170,000 members. We're a global organisation in over 100 countries, and significantly we've got more than 25%, nearly 30% of our members outside of Australia. So we're very proud as a global public accounting organisation.
Right. You talked about expanding, amidst Australian boundaries, right? So how do you think CPA Australia can uplift the accounting professionals in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, really great question. We all know the global phenomenon of talent shortage, both attracting people to the accounting profession and retaining them in the profession. This is where global accounting bodies like CPA Australia have a big role to play in educating, attracting and retaining people in our profession. And also, I'd like to say that we instill not just technical skills on our members, but the interdisciplinary and the contemporary skills they need now, including communication and leadership, which is fundamental in the evolving accounting profession. And finally, and most importantly, ethics and leadership are very pivotal to our future. If you look at CPA Australia's crest, at the very bottom of it is the word integrity. And integrity and trust is very important because that leads to the influx of foreign direct investment and also the public having confidence in us being trusted advisors.
Indeed, Professor. One last question. Now, education was one major topic in tonight's discussion, right? So how do you think the collaboration of Sri Lankan universities help to uplift the Sri Lanka's accounting education?
Terrific. Yeah, I think it's a really important point you've raised. No one can face the challenges we have alone. We've got AI, we've got sustainability, we've got talent shortages, we've got regulatory complexity. These are issues affecting not just the accounting bodies, but the whole profession. And my firm belief is we can't do it alone, we need to do it in collaboration. And obviously universities are a key feeder to our programs, but also a key collaborator that help us not just to educate the accountants of the future, but to work together on thought leadership sessions like we ran this morning, on webinars, and hopefully in the future on even hopefully offering students scholarships to be able to continue their careers as professional accountants. So the collaboration between the university sector and us is important, not just for education, but also to assist the future accounting profession.
We have a member of CPA Australia with us. Mr. Sujiva, how are you doing this fine evening?
Yeah, pleasure meeting you guys.
Same here. Mr. Sujiva, could you tell us a little bit about tonight's event?
Yeah, actually, I must thank CPA for having me here this evening. And I have seen a lot of different kind of things happening here compared to some of the other professions. And especially the doctor, who came from Australia, he's the chairman of, president of CPA. And he gave us the insights of, the CPA. And also, there are different kind of things happening, which I being a very senior, especially chartered accountant, and I'm delighted to see, something like this is happening in this country, which is important. And I got the membership about a little over a year, and I have seen there's a huge value addition. So that's what I can say.
Mr. Sujiv, what changes do you see in the accounting sector in Sri Lanka with CPA Australia collaborated together?
Because you need to understand that accountants can't be just a number crunching people. you need to have a general knowledge and they must be a generalist. Yeah, not just merely accountants. I think in CPA, I have seen that there's a huge, again I will use this word, value addition for accountants. Not just to become accountants, but also become maybe general managers, CEOs, or even chairman. I think that's something that which is very important. Through there, especially I have seen so much of activities happening, especially about the online courses and things like that, which are totally different from others. I think that's what you need to have, especially in the present context.
That is the change we have to make. Right, so Mr. Sujeva, now today we took the initiative to change, right? Today we took the initiative to collaborate with the educational sector in Sri Lanka. So what do you think about that?
This is absolutely important because especially I saw there's a MOU sign between CPA Australia and University of Sri Jayawardenepura. Of course, by the way, I am a council member of Japura, University of Jayawardenepura. I was very happy to see that because Jayawardenepura is the best university here in Sri Lanka, and they have a large amount of best students, cream of the cream. And I'm sure that most of the students who are doing accountancy degree will straight away go to CPA, and I'm sure that, one way I may not be happy because they'll go to Australia and settle down there, but still I'm sure there are different ways of the approaching them and for the best interest of those young lads.
We have with us Professor Sampath Amaratunga. Professor Sampath, what do you think about tonight's event?
Of course, CPA coming to Sri Lanka is a huge thing. Number one is the trust on Sri Lanka. And we have a great education system. We produce great accountants, great engineers, great doctors, right? And accounting is a passion nowadays. And in all universities, management faculties, business schools, they all follow one of the accounting programs. And it's like double degree in the country. Before they leave the university, they finish the professional qualification as well. And that ensures their employability. And the problem is, they go abroad as well, right? So I was the Vice Chancellor at the largest university in terms of student population, Sri Jayawardenepura. So what I say, okay, go ahead, don't worry, but you have to send remittances, right? As far as they send remittances, country is secured, whether they are here or not. So this is great. And wholeheartedly, I want to thank CPA and President CPA for the decision that they have made to come to Sri Lanka.
Indeed, Professor. Professor, one thing you mentioned in your speech is the importance of education. Education is indeed important. Now, how do you see the collaboration between CPA Australia and Sri Lankan universities take the accounting education to the next level?
Of course, now if you ask a student in future, what is your dream? Most of the students in this part of the country, they say they want to become an accountant. It's not a qualification which we offer in universities. Everybody knows just BSc accounting cannot make an accountant. They have to, equally follow a professional qualification. And they are sure, even before entering, they are doing a good job and become an accountant. So it's a passion in the country, right? And you don't believe if you go to a, tuition provider, right? Thousands of students studying for these professional courses. Thousands. I don't know how they make money to, pay for their tuition and everything. And equally, all tuition providers in the country, they provide scholarships, right? Those who are good at A levels, those who have good results, and poor, they were given scholarships, right? So this is a country where, you know, people concern only education.
That's a wrap for President's Cocktail here at ITC Ratnadeepa. We hope you enjoy the insights, the connections and the wonderful atmosphere. I'm Situm Sankalpa. Stay tuned with Hi TV for more exclusive and exciting events like this.